the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is shaky right now, as rumors and plots of coup is right at the corner. Yes, right at the corner. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not comfortable. His legs are shaky right now. Right now, Africans are not comfortable with the so-called democratic government, civilian government, criminal government that they have. And now, Nigerians are also worried. People are upset. Of course, we have a new president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and a lot of youth, a lot of young people are beginning to look inwards. They have started realizing that if care is not taken, this will be repeated till the next generation and generations to come. And these people are making money, feeding fat on it. Coup is knocking at the door. Yes, coup is knocking at the door of the Nigerian government. Now, I am not saying that military government or military officers have been people of integrity for a long time. You all know how they have been, and we know what is happening in Niger. At least we have that hint of what is happening in Niger, how foreign government and the criminal politicians join hands together, liars together, increase terrorism somehow, and also steal resources from this country, because a country that is settled will have opportunity to put together, arrange themselves. But a country that is in disarray, with trouble here and there, just mention one country in Africa that has 100% peace and calm and stability. You barely find. It's either this, go to Kenya. It's either that, come to Nigeria. It is this, go to Niger, go to Chad, go to every of this country. There is one problem or the other. Go to Ghana. Ghana often will pride themselves as peaceful country. No, it's not. The president of Ghana met Buhari, that's the past president of Nigeria, where he spoke about this same coup. And Buhari assured him, saying there is no coup anymore. And why is he worried? That is because the people of the country, the people of Ghana, the people of Nigeria, the people of these countries are not comfortable anymore. They are not comfortable anymore. They are worried. They are not comfortable at all. They want to have life. They want to enjoy life according to the resources in their country, not live life like dead. I want you to listen from the beginning to the end of this video. Like and share. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into this one.
If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The foundation of every democracy is the election or the electoral process. And if it is fraught with irregularity, it becomes an inherent problem for democracy. And that is why we are here today, to see to how to further defend, or in the case of Coup, protect Nigerian democracy from threats and manipulations. And that is the point we are making here. And that is why this is a very sound initiative for citizens to rise in defense of democracy. Otherwise, they will go to extinction. They will go to annihilation when they lose their voices. It is so we are creating a platform as Labour and Civil Society Front and as COPN here for people's voice to be heard, to take back their power, to be in perpetual control of their sovereignty and their power. And we cannot keep quiet in the face of oppression and tyranny. It means the man dies in us. That's what they show you that. So great Nigerian people, mine is to challenge you and to arouse your passion for your right to life. You must live. They must allow you to live. The fact that you give power to certain people to run your life through your constitution does not mean that you must die. What we have done in essence in an election is to say, look, we all cannot have time to be running our collective affair. We want to choose A, B, C, D, 19 people to help us focus full-time on that. We will pay them through our taxes and through our collective work. That's what we have done. And that should not become our debts. It's not a crime to do that. People today, amass the power of the people, circumvent that power, and then begin to live large. You see the kind of opulence you see in government. You see the convoy. You see the kind of threat people are one government arm against the other. That if you judiciary, who is supposed to be the highest, in terms of arbitration in people's life or matters, if you overturn my election, there will be chaos. That's a threat. You don't threaten the judiciary. That's an assault on democracy. That's an assault on the power of the people, the sovereign power of the people who have elected to go by democracy. In what you call constitutional democracy. What we run in Nigeria, first and foremost, is constitutional democracy. That is a democracy guided by a constitution approved by the Nigerian people. But the foundation is faulty. And we have, in the last 30 years, some of us has advocated that we must do something about the constitutional foundation of Nigeria. It is faulty. Nothing will thrive in Nigeria. No government, no governance under the present constitutional arrangement as imposed by the military in 1999 can thrive. There will always be corruption, there will be fraud, there will be all sorts of things because the foundation of the constitution of Nigeria is faulty. How do you have a faultless constitution? The Nigerian people in their various constituencies must elect representatives to a constituent assembly. The constituent assembly is the one vested with the power to produce a constitution for the country. Not what we saw in 98 under Abdul Salami Abubakar, foisting a military constitution on Nigeria, 2 Decree number 24 of 1998. That cannot be a constitution. I am an authority on constitution making. And I've worked with people like Chief Tony and now of blessed memory, Professor Ben Nwabuzi, on this matter. And we have come to the conclusion that what we have as Nigeria 1999 is a joke. It's a decree. And you don't decree a constitution. You don't decree a constitution. It is proclaimed by the people. Even the American Constitution 1776, though it was 13 colonies or whatever, it was proclaimed by the people. The nearest to what should be a constitution in Nigeria was the 1989 constitution under Babangida. But Babangida himself spoiled it. The process was perfect, was flawless. Zero candidate, zero party election, etc. to the constituent assembly, and so on and so forth. Because we must be educated about it, what we are having in Nigeria.
That is the word. We must be educated about what we have in Nigeria, not just the resources. We must be educated about what we have in Nigeria. What is really going on? Where did it all started from? What is the way forward? Because at the end of the day, you see, majority of these old cargoes, as they call them, they will pass away. But do not think that their legacy or their evil pathway will pass away. They are going to leave this to their children and, of course, to their stewards. They have boys, they have men and women that they have trained. They have fed their children fat. They have positioned their children in countries where things work so that they can have better education, higher understanding of how things work. You see, the most dangerous person that you can encounter in this world is someone who knows the right thing to do but refuses to do it. Such people will always look for ways to make sure that they manipulate. They will look for ways to do evil and do it continuously. It is very important because people all over Africa right now are beginning to wake up, and you have to be woke in the right direction. You have to educate yourself, because you see a lot of people screaming all over, we want our country back, we want it off from the hands of the West. That is not enough. You need to educate yourself about internal politics, economics of your country. Where did all go wrong? Is it the lack of constitution, laws, and policies? Or is it the lack of following up, respecting it? What is the problem itself? Why are we where we are today? For a long time, Nigeria, a country that produces crude oil, has been battling with a lot of problems. One, looting from those that are in charge of it, looting from those who are around it, and not just that alone. Once petrol or the crude oil is refined, and they do whatever criminal activities they want to do, once it's brought back to Nigeria, the government comes up with a way of making Nigerians afford it. But do you know that there are some group of people who will buy the same fuel at that price in Nigeria and find a way to export it to neighboring countries and sell it double, triple? This is what they do. This is the kind of business. So government is not getting what they need to get. Government want to engage themselves, involve themselves in making that money. But the question is this: when the government gets the money back, what is it used for? Will someone like Nigerian steal that money, run out of Nigeria, escape to the UK? The UK government will do nothing about it. Then she will fly down to another country and buy citizenship, and also buy some, political appointment for life, so she cannot be deported. Is that what we are going to live on? Or we are going to stay on Abacha? They say it's Abacha loot. They say no, it's not Abacha loot. Abacha kept the money there because he thought the Americans were going to invade. Are we going to sit down on, all right, fuel price will increase, I'm going to take off whatever extras or buffer that has been helping people to go buy and do this and do that, I'm going to take it off. The question is, what is the solution then? It is very simple. The government need to enforce. Enforcement is the issue. Enforcement of the right laws and policies. That is the issue, and that is the problem that we have. Let us listen more.
No government has the right to manipulate or to amend what the people have come up with. That is when it is a constitution of the people. So Nigerian people are lacking the constitution of the people today, and everything built on that constitution will be false. No amount of prayer and fasting can save you. We will have to go back to the constitution, which is the foundation of Nigeria, because it is written, if the foundation be faulty or destroyed, what can the righteous do? So the righteousness that we want in election must be traced to our constitution. But it's not enough for people to now do bravado with impunity and rig election. It is not. At least that's about human person, human dignity, and so on and so forth. So, but it is also the right of Nigerians to be vigilant, as we are trying to do today. Because eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Amen? Abi? Eternal vigilance, that is organizing forum like this, organizing ourselves as citizens, is what can ensure our liberty and protection of democracy. What we did yesterday by marching and demonstrating our disappointment, dissatisfaction with government anti-poor policy is the vigilance that is required of Nigerian citizens. We mustn't be docile. We go out. And protest is a constitutional right of Nigerian citizens. It is enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria. You have rights to association and rights to dissent. Do it peacefully. We do not need any IG to be telling us about we will not tolerate any violence. You can say all of that. But responsible organizations like the labor movement, labor civil society coalition, will lead people out from time to time to express their dissatisfaction and rejection of government and the people's policy. And that is what we are beginning to do. We are beginning to see. You begin to see that from now on, periodically. And we have been assured by the labor movement.
You have heard it all. What are your thoughts? What are your opinion about this? What is the way forward? If you were the president of Nigeria, what would you have done different? Drop your comment, like and share. Subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.